All right. So we are here in Fulshear, Texas,
Fulshear, Texas.
and TAF Solutions, Sean and Joe.
That's right.
Joe, today we're on an assignment with a construction company where we are going to be taking before and after footage of the work that's been done.
100%.
Due to what?
Well, so what we have today is the middle. We were taking footage for a construction company that was dealing with some of the aftermath of the last hurricane that we had, Hurricane Beryl. I'm sure everybody remembers those things very fondly. Uh, so that being said, there was a tree that fell onto the roof, or should I say, the overhang of a house. And if you look this way, you'll see it right up there, with all the nice blue and silver on top of it. And so the issue was, the construction company wanted us to come out and see what it looked like before, and then get some shots of that, which we already did. Okay. Today we're here to get in we call it in process shots. So they've already done some work. They've mostly replaced the overhang with fresh wood, fresh skeletal, and even put some insulation and everything on top of it. And from what I understand today, they're also going to be finishing off part of that. But because they're doing tiling, they're actually replacing the entire roof as well. So we get to see some really cool stuff. Of course, the real star of the show isn't really me and Sean. The star of the show today is going to be our wonderful drone over here.
So you got a DJI.
It's a DJI Air 3.
Okay.
The Pro Edition, so it does come with a few more bells and whistles, but fully ready to roll. And just so everybody knows, yes, we are fully compliant with commercial standards and ready to roll.
Okay.
Today, we're following all the rules.
So this is one of many services TAF Solutions offers. So we do have the commercial drone pilot license, and so let's go ahead and get this up and running, right? So those of you that are joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're here on site. We're in Fulshear, Texas. We got a great. There you go. All right, this is always fun. All right. So the goal of today is to be able to capture some of the. I think we're in the middle, right? So we've already caught before, and now we're doing some after footage. So Joe is going to be piloting this using his ton of wasp over here, Joe.
Yeah, it's great. We have yellow jackets everywhere.
Oh.
Let's just casually walk this way.
Gonna do that. Gonna take this while we're at it.
Yellow jackets.
Keep on going. That was not one or two. That was probably about 10 of them.
That was a cloud of yellow jackets.
So
there's nothing on me, right?
No, you're good, man.
All
We're
right.
gonna just keep on going off of this pier, and we're gonna act like that never happened. So right now, so he's got the drone. Where is it right now?
Right now, it's hovering in place right over there.
So you've already mapped it, though, right?
So one of the things that you can do with the drone software is you can map specific pathways.
Okay.
And so you can plan out the route. With this particular property, we were not really able to do that because there's so many trees. So what we're going to do to get around that, what's great about the Air Pro is it allows us to do a lot of really interesting things. So if I back off here, what's great is, and you can see it right over there. Now, it's equipped with 3 different cameras. One of the cameras has a 3x zoom on it. It's native. So now I don't have to get super close because of the trees. And so now I can easily start capturing some footage while not running into the risk of running into any trees. If you want to compare it to well, it's kind of a dot in the sky probably for you guys.
Right.
So yeah.
So if you're just joining us, once again, we're here in Fulshear, Texas. We're in a project with a construction company. That house had some damage due to Hurricane Beryl, and we're getting footage for the construction company showing the before and after effects. And here's some of the footage that Joe is showing live, real time.
Currently capturing.
Drone is way up there. Okay.
So what we're going to do is not run into a tree and
Start going up a little bit more. Okay, we'll get some good shots of this. So when you don't have to worry about obstructions, then you can kind of go hog wild with it. And you see in my bottom left corner of my screen, you'll see kind of the camera that's facing the direction I'm going, and it's showing me clear sky.
Let me get around over here so you can really see it from here. Okay, good.
So you'll see that I have clear sky. I also see all my wonderful propellers and all that stuff, but it's grayscale, so it's a little hard to see. That's in the bottom left corner. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm going to go in a little bit closer now and start getting people on top of this roof. So again, I want to keep an eye on my cameras. Also, I'm keeping an eye on the sky as well, because part of the problem is you have to know where your drone is at all times. So when I set up your shot, set up your settings. And sometimes it only has to be like this. So hopefully anybody who's joining us appreciate how difficult this can be.
So those of you that are in the comments, if you've got any questions, comments below, let us know. We're more than happy to take questions. And once again, it's for a construction company, and the goal of this project is to show the before and after stages of the great progression they've done on the house. And they're in the middle, right?
Yeah, they're in the middle of getting this stuff done. Right now, they're starting to put on tiling, and it looks like
Yeah, they're starting to really get cracking on it actually. So I'm going in 1x mode now, and I'm getting real close. So this is where it begins to get a little interesting. There are trees.
Yeah, you can hear the notifications that are coming through this. That's because he's getting close to the trees. All right, well, you guys are getting firsthand in-field experience with us. You're able to see the great work that we're able to do for some of our local community customers. In this case, is a construction company here in Fulshire, Texas. And we're going to start doing more of these. These is what we call our in-field experiences. So to bring y'all with us to experience what we do on a daily basis. So for those of you that we sit behind the computer all day long, that's not the case.
not always.
And there's a mixture and combination of what we do.
No, it's always good. So what's cool is I'm going to be able to, I'm going to try something new real quick. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to use one of the mapped out courses that I've already done. And see if we can't get that going.
3, 2, 1.
It's figuring out where it needs to go. There you go. We're doing some pre-programmed stuff that I already made earlier. So it's hands off for me. I did the hard work before. So that way when we start doing before and afters, we can really start to see the differences. There'll be similar shots.
So what are usually the next steps, Joe? So after you've captured the content,
I have to keep line of sight on it at all times, according to FAA. So
I understood. While you're keeping your line of sight on it,
yeah.
So what are the next steps? So you take the footage, you take it back to the office, and then from there,
what we typically do is after we've got all the footage we need, we'll cut something together to music that sounds really good, and hopefully we'll be able to get even more later on. So we try to get it per project. Like a project like this, we usually come up with a lump sum we charge for the full project, and it's usually before, during, and after. Sometimes there's two in processes if it's a longer project. So for these guys' cases, they know this is going to be a multi-month project. So the in between the processes, we're actually keeping it more open for them. On this one, it's more of an hourly type thing that we're charging them at the end of the month and everything like that. But usually, if it's open and close, we just like to do something real simple. That way, you guys know what you're getting, and it gets out the door as quickly as possible. So good things is we cut it together. We get some really good footage, all kind of lined up. And what's great is we don't just offer you the end result like a lot of people do. We give you everything. That means all footage that's been captured, whether it seems innocuous or not, or unimportant. You know, it's important that you guys have as much content as possible.
So speaking of content, so while you're working on that, so let me go ahead and just mention that a lot of this footage that's being captured, because you own it and because we have access to it. Let's say tomorrow that you want to do a commercial. Let's say that you want to do an intro video. Let's say that you want to do a reel, for some advertising purposes. We can certainly repurpose the footage for you, and we can certainly help y'all with that. It's great for client portfolios. It's great for really being able to showcase physical locations, and of course, really the depth and breadth of services that maybe you guys offer. In this case, as a construction company, really showing how their team works, how clean and how organized they are, and of course, really showing the before and after shots of it. So we thought we'd bring you guys on this experience with us.
So right now we're actually tracking one of the fine gentlemen up there, and we're doing a quick maneuver so they can actually see. Yeah, the quick shot's done. But what's great is I can do this. And you can probably show this pretty quick. So let's say I want to get nice up and close. And we want to track somebody. Okay, cool. We're tracking him. When I move, it's going to keep him center frame as much as possible. So now I can go all the way around, and we're going to follow him, whether he likes it or not. This particular one. It's really cool. Now, so we're going to try out now is actually, I'm going to try out I believe I had crafted something a little different. Let me see. Oh, I know. So one of the things that's great about this too is we can put some hyperlapse. What's great about the hyperlapse is I'm going to let this kind of do its thing. I'm just going to hit record, and I'm gonna let it fly around. What's going to end up happening is we're gonna let this fly around for about maybe 10-15 minutes. We'll do 5. It's going to do kind of like a time-lapse style video from that. It's going to show things happening really fast. So we call it a hyperlapse. Okay, cool. This is the tree.
Excellent. Well, Joe, I think we captured quite a bit for today.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad we were able to do this. And once again, TAF Solutions, Joe and I, we are here to serve the community. And so if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can certainly follow us, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. But as far as the services, feel free to contact us and let us know if you have any questions or you have any ideas that you would like for us to brainstorm with you. And we're more than happy to talk to y'all.
Especially if it had anything to do with drones.
Yeah.
Ask away, guys. We know a lot.
Well, great. So we're going to get back, and so we'll be more than happy to share the final touches with y'all whenever the time comes. Thank y'all.